Yo, we're back with another episode of Walkie Talkie. Today we're in Philadelphia with the homie Nazir. Nazir, what's up?
Welcome to Philly, bro.
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Introduce yourself for the people that don't know who you are. Let them know what you do.
My name is Nazir. I am a photographer based out of Philadelphia. I'm a photographer, skateboarder, amateur darkroom printer. I try to do a little bit of everything.
You're from Philadelphia? Born and
raised, baby. Not many natives out here. A lot of people are, transplanting from other cities and states just to cheaper rent. Still feel that city feeling, I guess.
How long you been taking photos?
Probably since about 2016. Started off with Polaroids. It was terrible, but it was fun. You get 8 shots for like $30. Damn, it's starting to rain. This is crazy. Oh no.
2016, so about 8 years now, going on 8 years?
Yeah, just about 8 years.
When did street become a part of that arsenal?
It became very pivotal at around 2020, like started the pandemic. I just got really hooked on the idea of taking pictures of my friends, and my friends just happened to be walking around all the time. And I got really tapped into like Wintergrand, and I got tapped into Andre. That was a very pivotal point in my life as well, just knowing that I can make pictures that aren't just of my friends all the time, you know?
Today is the day of St. Patty's Day parade here in Philly. How often do you shoot parades and stuff like this?
I try to shoot them every time they come up. Parades I find them important because that's one of the few times you can get a congestion of people in the city. That's not like a normal day-to-day, Monday through Friday. And that excitement it's there. It's like a lot of people from different states, like let's say for instance New York, can get that same feeling any day, especially during the weekends with the tourists and everything. But this is like one of the few days we can have our own architecture and still be able to keep that feeling of congestion.
What's your approach on getting photos at events like this?
I try to treat it as if it's a timestamp. So I'll just take a picture kind of whatever I find interesting, which is most likely a B-side. Like if you ever watched a film and you see like the B-side clip or a B-roll clip, that's usually my main focus. I love it that way. Try to stick along to the crowds too, because you tend to find a lot of great compositions when you pay attention to the crowd. A lot of people are lined up on the street, so you got some foreground, middle ground, background going on. That's a good little starting point as well.
What are some other events that kind of like go on in Philadelphia that maybe are more Philly specific?
Oh my goodness, Mummers Parade. That is the most intense parade here. It's very exciting. It's on January 1st at like 8 a.m. every year. It's like, imagine New Year's Day. Everybody just got hammered on the night before, and then they gotta come to a parade the next morning. Imagine the people in the parade. They're getting drunk from the night before all the way till the night after, because it goes on all day.
What is that parade for? Like, what's it celebrating?
Honestly, I can't tell you. I have no idea. And I refuse to do my history. I refuse to do a history lesson on it. They used to have a lot of racist ties back in the day because it's the South Philly Italians, and a lot of them are a little on the spicy side, and we try to stay away from there. And they kind of run the whole organization. But it's fun to be around a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
And it gets crazy.
It's downtown?
It's right here. It goes from around 20th and JFK all the way down to South Philly. And then they do another parade on 2th Street, it lasts all night. Wintergrand has a photo from the Mummers Parade in like 1965. And it's not an okay photo. It's actually a really bad photo, but he was there. Bro, what's in here? What's in there? I'm so curious. He's You're hammered, bro. I love it.
Dude. So, right?
What was this say?
We split a whole handle of vodka.
The title of the song.
Oh, shit.
We throw the rest, both half in there, half in there.
Oh, my
you
God.
Throw like Mio in it.
What's Mio? Is that the fucking flavored water thing?
Yeah.
Just for coloring?
Yeah, you rip it.
Like it makes it taste good.
That's crazy.
You want to try some?
I do not. Look at picture of this, y'all, dude. Oh my goodness.
He grabbed the marker. I was like, yo, what are you writing on yours? I
Just
thought
as a help.
I thought he was gonna be like creative with this shit.
How long you been rocking the Canon P?
I actually just got this probably less than a month ago, maybe a month ago. I just really needed a rangefinder. I had the M4P and I sold it for crackhead prices. I sold that thing for $1K just because I needed money fast.
Which kind of looks like.
Whoa, what is going on in there? What's going in there, bro? This one I bring out the goddamn big boy. Chunkers.
That may be definitely seen to reveal. So the auspicious sunrise of happiness, in which Tibetans in a dawn in all sweetness, the Tibetan Parliament exile. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Men, women, laymen, vertical, till the streets of Lhasa
Looking good.
are soaked in blood. The blood from the streets of Lhasa that is synonymous with the March 10th. When we think about March 10th, we think about the times when ordinary Tibetans
I'm praying our good homie, the sun, comes out later on. That was insane. I pulled my camera up to my eye and a guy just appeared in the frame in between the two trucks. Let me see.
So we kind of talked about the P. So you got the P for a couple months
Let me let you know.
because you needed the rangefinder.
I needed a rangefinder, and I was gonna buy like an M2 or an M3 just to have that good engineering of a Leica M system. But then I saw a photo of Louis Draper with one, and I was like, with a Canon P, and I was like, there are cheaper rangefinders out there that work the same exact way as the Leica M system. Like, these companies did make these cameras for a reason. And I just looked it up, and over time my interest kind of grew for the camera. So I was just like, I'll just try it. There's no harm in buying it. It was like $200. So I got one. And once it came in the mail, I was just so happy to have another rangefinder because I don't move the same with an SLR. It's like you get a little bit more weary from that loud shutter. It's bad, bro. I'm like on the train and all you hear is click. I'm like, no. People are definitely gonna stare at you if you got an SLR in your hand.
Yeah, I saw you had the Nikon F3 in your bag.
F5.
F5.
And that thing is a tank. It's a tank. It has just like the grip on there with the battery holder, and it's just so big. For the longest time, I was using that camera because it was the only good camera I had left. And then it taught me, like, I don't take all the pictures I want. I'm like scared because of the noise and just being looked at for having a camera. I remember one time I was on the train, I didn't even touch the camera. And the camera was just here on my chest. And she was like, this lady on the train was like, did you just take a picture of me? I was like, how? How did I take a picture of you? I didn't even touch the damn thing. But yeah, that was spicy.
What's your thought process in switching between the two? Because you carry that around with you, how often?
Not very often anymore, now that I got this thing. It's usually whenever I know I'm gonna be somewhere where I don't have, like, I can get super close. Like in my day-to-day, I'm really not trying to get close to strangers, or at least closer than 3.5 feet. At least not anymore. Yeah, I usually bring that thing out whenever I can go somewhere that I know my presence is welcomed. But other than that, I really don't bring it out anymore. I try to just use this thing. That should be a fun one. If I can get over there in time. Woo! And that guy ran at the perfect time.
And whether you're looking to switch from an SLR to a rangefinder, or a rangefinder to an SLR, or a DSLR to a mirrorless, KEH has got you covered with an inventory of over 60,000 items. So no matter the type of camera you're looking for, or no matter the lens that you're looking for, KEH has got you covered. Every item from KEH is carefully selected, cleaned, and beautifully packaged and sent directly to your home. They have over 40 years of experience of grading expertise for high quality gear. So trust their grading system. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time. So act now as the best sellers. I'm sure you know this. They go quick. Make your next purchase at KEH.com using the link in the description of this video.
That guy ran at the perfect time. Yeah, man, this is my favorite corner in the entire city right here.
What corner is this?
This is Broad and Walnut.
Broad and Walnut.
Ray Metzger made one of his most infamous prints here, or one of his most infamous photographs here. And I remember the first day I found out about Ray Metzger, it was from that photo. It was like, I actually went to school here. This is the University of the Arts. And I went there for a semester. I didn't even get close to finishing. But I remember a professor there, his name's David Graham. He was giving away all of these slides and a slide projector and books and just all this stuff he had in his office. And me and a bunch of the students were just going through all the slides. And me being a nerd, I just was loving everything I was seeing. It was so beautiful. Then I came across a slide of the photo of this corner. And I photograph on this corner so much, I'm not even thinking of anybody else doing it, you know? It just kind of was like, I'm here, it's here, whatever. So to know that somebody made such an incredible thing out of something I was already doing just made me be like, oh, bro did this in the 70s, the 80s? That's insane. There's a couple good photographs from this corner. I just found out about this photographer, Lawrence Salzman. This is also another one of those factors. I just found out about him, but a lot of the photographs he made were taken on the same corners that I've been photographing since 2020. Not even thinking, I didn't know who he was. So now I'm looking at the pictures, I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. I have something to look at that's not my own.
What's like the best time to be at this corner?
Usually around like 1 or 2, because the sun will like gradually come down Broad Street, South Broad, or I guess all of Broad, and then it just blasts right here. I tried to remake the photo he took many times, but there's so many new buildings here that the light it won't hit the same way anymore. And that's always been my problem. I think the hardest part is trying to learn how to not take pictures. Because, you know, you can go through fucking 10 rolls a day if you just rely only on your intuition. And that'll cost you some pretty pennies.
That's interesting. I know people who like just let it rip, and then people who are very intentional with every frame.
Yeah.
Where do you lie in that spectrum?
I would say I have my days, you know? I felt like with the SLR, I kind of had to be intentional because it was like, unless you really want it, there's no reason to go and like risk it because it's so loud and annoying and your presence is already like kind of above others when you have, not above others, but you have the feeling like you're being looked at.
So when you kind of sway between one or the other, like being more intentional versus letting it rip, do you find you get more photos one way or the other?
I feel like I really don't. I think it's the same hit rate, and that's saying something because it's telling you don't have to do so much to get the same amount of photos you can get if you were being more intentional. I think just finding a balance is really where it's at. Maybe instead of shooting a brick every 4 days, just shoot 5, you know? I love your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah. We can actually make our way to the park. We have like a tiny little park down the street. The city was kind of built around 4 parks.
Yeah, what's your normal routine or route when you shoot on a typical day?
You're gonna listen to this and you're gonna think it's really funny because we're about to do it right now. So I get off the train, immediately go to La Colombe. All the people at that lock home are my friends. So they, you know, it's just beautiful to see friends first thing when you, like, before you start to do anything, you know? So I get off the train, go to Loch Lomond. I walk right to that corner, make my way straight up to the park. And then I kind of like, I'm very loose with getting back to Loch Lomond. I try to keep it very like, all right, I can go down that street or that street. But it's like, it does make for a very interesting turn of events, but downtown Center City doesn't really have a culture. So it kind of can get very repetitive. You know, there's nothing here besides like people in leggings and yoga pants.
How often are you out then?
I try to come out every day after work, which is like around 3:30. So I catch that late evening light almost. And I try every day. It's hard. Sometimes you just want to go home.
Yeah, you had, what was that thing you had with Adidas recently?
Actually, this is a store.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's closed down now. They closed down all their American stores.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, I had there was a collab on a shoe between Atmos, which was this place, and Adidas. And I got hit up to shoot the campaign for them. And man, I shot 17 rolls of film. It was great. I'm like, you guys are giving me money? So yeah, I really went out for them, man. And it came out, the communication was beautiful between me and the creative director for Atmos. He's a really sweet guy. But I shot 3 different concepts for it. One was, I shot my family, I shot my girlfriend, and I shot my friends. So it was just like, I didn't really have to try. It was just trying to make it all happen in one day. That's the problem.
Did they just hit you up randomly, or was that a connect you had?
It was kind of a connect. My friend, a homie of mine, his name's Keith Sato, he hit me up and was like, yo, I was talking with the creative director about trying to get you to do something over at Atmos. At first it was supposed to just be a gallery because they opened a gallery up here and they wanted to show like a Philly artist to like break in the space, I guess. And it just kind of like coincided with the idea of them dropping a sneaker. And they were like, why not you just shoot it so we could just make this bigger than what it is? And and it really happened. And it was beautiful. I printed the entire show in like one night. I tend to do that. It's a terrible habit.
Did you darkroom print all those?
I printed all of them. I shot some Lux photos from the section that wasn't the shoes. It was like, that was the gallery part that I had to do. And I printed those digitally. So I had them scanned and I went to a homie, Jeffrey Stockbridge, who did the bigger prints. Cause I can't print those in my home darkroom. Them shits were massive.
Man, that's crazy. It's crazy that it's right here.
Yeah, we just happened to be talking about it.
That's wild.
But yeah, that was such a beautiful project. I was able to try so much random shit with my family. I have this photo of my little cousin just doing a backflip. And I shot a sequence. This was on the Nikon. But my cousin was like, I can do a backflip. I was like, okay. And he just did a backflip. And I was like, do it again. And it reminded me of this, you know, Eugene Richards? He had this photo of this kid doing a backflip in North Philly off a bed, but he shot it from like here. So the kid's just like in the air upside down. And it's probably one of the sickest photos. And I thought about that once he said, I'm gonna do a backflip. But I tried to do it in a way that wasn't the same exact way as his. I'm glad I have the knowledge to be like, that's sick. That's a comparison. Even I would never compare myself to anybody.
Okay, great.
Damn, let's see if I can get this one, huh? I'm gonna really have to be hoping for that one.
Beautiful, so beautiful.
Beautiful dogs. That was an insane time to like take a picture of a dog. Just sniffing the other dog's meat. That's crazy.
What's your go-to focusing system? Do you like use the zone?
I use the zones. The zone focusing system isn't designed for you to have like tack sharp images. It's just kind of like getting you by. And I'm trying to learn that I need to be more consistent with critical focusing just so my images can be a little sharper. I think these Canon lenses do a great job though. I've been very surprised with the results.
Can you just talk about the photo community here in Philadelphia? What is it? How does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, The photo community definitely varies. There's people who come downtown and just shoot downtown all the time, and this is their safe space. And I have other friends who don't like to come downtown at all, but be more community based. So they'll go to North Philly and go to the stables and play with the Black Cowboys, and go to youth centers and photograph people at the rec centers and everything. And I mean, I try to do all of it, you know, because where I've grown up, it was very much me in the rec centers, playing with the kids, playing football with the kids, because I was a kid and that's all we fucking knew. Everybody's very beautiful, very nice, and they're all very humble. I just see them and I'm like, I love you. Hi, it's good to see you. See you later. You know, we don't really try to stick together too much just because there's so much to be done, because everything's so spread out. So we kind of have to go find these things. Which is why I don't think anybody here in this city is like a person that stands on one corner for a long time, you know? What do they call them, campers? Yeah, no one likes to camp here. I'm trying to figure out who's like a good example. When it comes to the more community-based photographers in the city, my friend Olu's an incredible photographer. Shoots with his Hasselblad, but he also has a Nikon, I think N90. One of the Nikon systems, he gets really close to all of his subjects, but they all trust him to be that close, so it's appropriate. Then you have Adrian Renee. Adrian Renee is not from Philly, but he lives here and he makes incredible work within his own neighborhood and community where he lives at now. And I think he needs to pop out some more. He's been taking a hiatus, and it's a smart hiatus. Sometimes you just need to sit back, build up your archive, and then like come out whenever you feel comfortable. I've done it many times. You know, you got to do it. And for the more center city-based photographers, or just like people who like to be around, you have like Andrew Abraham. He's incredible. Dante. I know you know Dante.
I know Dante.
Everybody knows Dante. We love Dante. Who else do we have? Humberto. How did I forget Humberto? I was just with Humberto the other day. I love Humberto. I swear. He's one of the few people I'm like around, and I just love it all the time, you know. That's a cutie. Dude, the sun is coming out, bro. Oh, I love this shit, bro. F11, baby.
Was it on sale? At sale.
Oh. I was like, look at me. Oh my God, that dog is so small.
Oh my gosh, I love your outfit.
Thank you, same to you.
Awesome.
What's the dog's name?
Louis.
Louis?
Yeah.
Can I pet him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, he's tiny.
He's just a little baby.
He's just a little
What are you
baby.
guys out here doing?
We're gonna go to the parade.
Oh my gosh, fun.
Yeah.
Is there a parade today?
Yeah.
Is it for Patty's Day?
Yes,
That's why
it should
everyone's
be.
in green.
How old is this guy?
He's just like 12 weeks.
Dang.
I was about to say 12.
Yeah. He's a fresh one.
It's so cute. Oh my God, I'm pulling out the other one. Wow, this dog is so cute. Oh my God.
Type in.
Yeah, I got you. What's your name?
Jake.
Jake?
What's your name?
Nazir.
Nazir.
You primarily shoot black and white?
Yeah, I try to keep it to HP5. It's just a very clean, overall monochrome film. And yeah, I really love black and white, man. It really takes a lot of stops away from reality, which can be, it can teach you a lot about photography as a whole. Just knowing that you're not distracted by something of color or having color in it. It almost breaks it down to the bare bones, you know? And yeah, that's primarily why I stick with it. I want to know how different I can make the work, not being distracted by color. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta throw a couple rows of color in, you know?
Yeah, when is that for you? When like you're like, all right, it's time for color.
My ratio is probably every 10 rows I'll throw in 1 or 2. Oh my God! Oh my God! It's so fucking windy! Oh my God! This is also another Ray Metzger spot. I broke down one of his images right here. We can actually go to where he took the photograph. So he took the picture from here, and I'm guessing with a 35mm lens, and I think this silver thing wasn't here when he took the photograph. And oh my God, someone vomited. But when he took the picture, I think it was in 1982, and they built this building right here in 1987. So the building wasn't here. That means a lot of light was able to just beam straight across here. But now this building's here, it's unremakeable. And I've tried, I've tried. Yeah, I think my ratio from black and white to color is usually around like, for every 10 rows, I'll either throw in 2 on top of the 10, or I'll probably just shoot 8 and throw in 2. I just try to only keep it for timestamp purposes. You know, like when I die, here's all my color work.
Wait.
All of it. All right, you ready? Get in there, goddamn, come on. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How's your parade going?
It's very cool. It's very
What's in those damn cups?
Getting started.
Yeah, man.
It's very cool. Tell us what it is.
Hey, he's
It's a
starting
lot
the
of
clout right
this.
now. Oh, the clout. He's like,
This shit go crazy.
I respect the
This shit go crazy. Philadelphia?
8,000 followers. 9,000 followers.
Chill. Chill. It's right there, the first one. NW. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for stopping.
I love it. I love it.
Have a good rest of the day.
Nice to meet you.
Peace out, guys. That's the only reason I brought this camera. Let's hope anything comes out of that, huh? When they give you attention back, I think that's when you like gotta take advantage of that. Cause it's like, whoa, you care.
What are some notable Philadelphia-based bodies of work or books that people may not know about, or just in general?
There's, I just found out about this one book by Lawrence Salzman. He made a book called City Over 2, which is like City/2. And it was just a bunch of photograph-based, it's a photograph-based project based off of the architecture around Philadelphia. But it kept its promises to include a lot of people in it. So it's pretty much the same exact work we make, but there was a story behind it or a reason for it. And I think the book or the entire project was made for the art museum because they had like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of correlation together at the time. Tumble Ken! I know Stockbridge made a book on Kensington, and a lot of people do not like that book. But I thought it was one of those things where he walked those streets all the time and knew those people, you know, so but if you don't know that, you're just seeing this guy's work and he's just taking pictures of homeless people or addicts. And I thought it was an interesting book for what it was. Yeah. Because it got a Guggenheim too. Crazy. That's crazy. Bro got a Guggenheim? Let me hold something. Yeah, he got a Guggenheim? That's crazy.
Picture.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
You gotta hold it higher. Hold it higher, goddamn.
What is going on?
This is hard. You wanna go in the newspaper? All right. Is that a 5-hour energy? Oh, God.
Sir, don't post it on your Instagram. I look like shit.
It's going on the newspaper. It's on film. But want to try and get in here. Hell yeah. That's so good. Love that. That's so good. You see that little umbrella that guy has? Yeah. He's probably a mummer. They used to carry those. They still do every year. See, it's like a hard balance to find, like, with being in the crowd or the sidelines, you know? It's like, if they're giving you attention like that, you can't really pass that up, you know? I did an ancestry DNA test not too long ago. 16% Irish. That's hard. I'm supposed to be here.
Can you take a picture?
Yeah. Don't try too hard.
What'd you say?
Don't try too hard. It's not good. Huh? It's all natural. Nah, it's pretty far. You want to try? Look through it.
Wait, how are we doing this?
That's a good question.
He's like, fuck you.
You see, it's pretty far. Look at that. Oh, I see you.
I take photography class.
Do you? Come on. 3, 2. It's so cute. Where's the red nose at? Who's got the red nose? This guy. I want a photo of this guy. Look at that. 3, 2. Oh my God, I'm out of film. Switch cameras. 3, 2. Sweet. Thanks, guys. What's in that cup, bro?
Kool-Aid.
What's up?
Oh my God.
Come on, hop in. All right, now do something funny.
This is really good.
You were in there. You were. That's not funny. Oh, that's pretty funny.
Wait, do you guys take another one? Take another
Yes,
one.
yes.
What's your signature? Yeah, with these pictures.
Hell yeah. This is a great. We literally didn't even go all the way down the block yet. This is fun.
What is this spot right here?
This is the Municipal Services Building. We call it Muni. It's an iconic skate spot. It was one of 3 infamous plazas, skate plazas throughout America. Love Park being the second one, or the most famous one. Then we had City Hall Plaza, which was across the street, which they demolished in, I think, 2012, 2011, maybe a little bit before that. And they just demolished this one, which has been like my home since I pretty much started skating. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see it like this, but there is good news coming for this place. I met a lot of my really good friends here, and because it's clearly unskateable, there's nothing to do here, and they're just kind of letting it be like this for a long time, which is what they did over at Love Park. I actually have a friend who made an incredible project on the last days of Love Park. It was called Love. His name's Jonathan Rensselaer. I use that guy's book as like a guide or like a rubric for when it comes to doing any kind of work when it comes to a community-based thing, especially when it's like a destination place and there's like a start and finish. I kind of use it. I'm working on a project right now, and I use that book as a rubric. It definitely has a good play of showing the place when it was alive in its prime to watching it be destroyed and then it being destroyed but still being used. So I thought that was a great way to go about working on a project for this plaza.
How long have you been doing like this project?
I have photos from, I started taking it seriously probably when the gates first went up. But I come here and I've been taking pictures since about 2020, 2019. But when I first started taking photography or started photographing, I was using a little Polaroid camera, and I would just come here and shoot Polaroids with my friends in like 2016. So I still have like a lot of photos from like disposables and shit that are usable from back then. But we'll see how that goes. I'm in the editing/sequencing process right now, and it's so hard. It's so hard. Oh my God, you gotta fight this demon of liking images too much to get rid of them and seeing how cohesive they work as a body of work and if it fits, and it's not fun. That's why it's good to have somebody else come in and help you. It's been a long project so far. When they put the gates up, I came every day, all day. It almost ruined my relationship because I was not going home, and that's not good. But it's like when you have something so strong and so powerful happening right in front of you, you don't want to leave it, especially if you know there's an ending to it.
What is the ending?
The ending is this: not being able to come here and pretty much reliving what happened at Love Park. You know, it was like such a sad moment in skateboarding history, and the same thing was happening here. Luckily, even though that was being destroyed, we could just come across the street and skate here. It was really hard to skate here though. The cops do not like it. There's a police station right across the street. This building is inhabited by workers, so they just don't want to hear skating going on all day. But we kind of took over what we call the pit now, which is like, it's almost like a zoo, because everybody looks down and they're just like whistling at us and shit.
Do you have any hopes for the output of it, like a gallery or a book or anything to that?
So I plan to make a book, but it's been hard finding an actual ending content-wise for the book. So because we still have like that little section in the corner, it doesn't feel like it's officially all gone, but the place that we actually took over is gone. So it's like, am I gonna add that part because we're still here, or am I gonna treat it like it's actually gone, you know? And there's work being done to make it skatable for when it's rebuilt. So it's almost like what's really gone, you know, because it's not the feeling of home anymore that's being destroyed, because it's still here and it's being brought back. So I guess I can just say it's the end of an era that I'm pretty much aiming for. To book and gallery sounds amazing, but I think just having something physical to remind us that we had a beautiful place is probably the number one reason why I'm trying to do something. I think my journalistic hat really came on when the gates went up. I was like, all right, 15 rolls a day. It's bad.
That's a lot.
It's bad. Savings went all the way down.
When did you stop going every day? Like, what was your okay, I need to was it the relationship?
I still come every day. Well, every day I come downtown. It's always been like, come downtown, go to La Colombe, come here, and then I'll do my route. But now that this isn't really here, I just do my little walk around, and I'll end up in the pit.
How is skateboarding and your photography kind of related, intertwined?
Yeah, I would say it's a major reason why I take pictures. It's because I felt that everything I was doing was to be remembered. And I think that's also one of the same reasons why I take pictures in general, is for memory. But everything is art, so it taught me about art early on. But when it comes to the actual photography aspect, it didn't really add too much. You know, it kind of just was like a staple for me to be interested in other things. And that's pretty much what I can say about it. I do take a lot of notes from other skate photographers though, and see how they are able to use real life and skating in one composition. It's crazy. One photographer I really look up to, he's my homie, Xander Takatomo. So good. Just seeing his work was pretty inspiring for me. Yeah. Yeah, you can't even see over this joint. Nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Ugh, I'm going over. Oh! Yeah, this is the pit, man. Shit dry right now. Or it's wet, but it's dry. And when I say it's like a zoo, people just stand here and like look at us skate. Or just like hang out. Just throwing peanuts and shit. Looking good, man. I really hope the flag covered his face. That would be really nice.
It's all farmer beer on tobacco. Orange and down.
Damn, should I get a fucking hat right now? I'm low-key about to get a hat. How much for one of these St. Patty's hats, my boy?
Which one you want?
I don't know yet. Let me see, actually. Damn, this one hard.
That lights up.
It does?
Yeah, $15. I got it in here.
Oh, you got one in there?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Yo, this is hard.
Oh, Lord. Right here in front of you.
Bro. This shit going in my bag. Oh my goodness. Look at this, huh? I wonder how long I'll keep this on.
Matt, my name's John.
What's up, John? You know who has incredible photos? I forgot to mention. He shot here and had a very heavy influence on me when I started shooting photos. Do you know Andy, Coda Crazy? Andy, good friend of mine, but he was also one of those first people that I would see like using 28s and like just being out in the street. I would see him everywhere, but I wasn't really taking pictures too much. Just had to throw him in there.
Oh my God! Now you have photography.
Thank you. That's a cool camera.
I know we all have cameras.
Yeah. Where's your cameras at? Where's the rest of your cameras?
This is mine. This is mine.
That's hard.
Photographer. What's that? What?
It's a film camera.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
No Are you making a film?
I am making a film.
The city of Philadelphia.
It's called-
Do you have
Yes, of course. Look at
a photo of all of us real quick?
If I can fit you all in there.
Thank you so much. Like,
I do. I have all of it.
If you could the world, what would it be?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah! I love it. Thank you.
You got one. You look fly as shit, gang. Bro, this is turning into something crazy. This was not supposed to be this way. Yo. Change the roll again. It's gonna be an awful day, Paulie. Please look here. Please, come on, look here, lady. Lady, please look here. No! Oh! I wanted that lady to look at me so bad. She stopped like in the perfect composition. Or she stopped to make the composition so much better. Oh my God, they're giving out the clappers. Yeah, this is a bad day, Paulie. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes. All right, let's keep it moving, huh? Let's go. Yo, this trash can overflow like a motherfucker. That was so strange. He just like didn't give a fuck. I'm like fine focusing on the cigar slowly. He's like, yeah, take the shit, bro. Yeah, it's really hard to find like different subject matter when everybody's the same. I think that is one of the biggest problems with parades, you know.
What's the most recent book you purchased? Photo books.
I just bought, the most recent book I bought was, I think it's called Taking Liberty by David Graham. It was all taken, I believe, on 4x5 and 8x10, but it's pretty much just like American landscape photography. It was a strange one for me to purchase based off of what my photographic interests are, but because David Graham would have been a professor of mine if I stayed in school, and because he has such an influence on me just by showing me who Ray Metzger was, I was like, I want all of his books I could find. He's a great photographer as well. He did a lot of important documentary work back in the, what was it, 80s, 90s? There's this one book that I'm obsessed with, but it's like $800. Fucking Telex Iran by Gilles Perez. Bro, that book is incredible, and I'm so mad. Where's my clapper? Damn it. I think I really love City Stills by Ray Metzger. That was an interesting book for me. Just because it was like all pretty much my home turf. I take in a lot of those books and they mean a lot to me. Here's another Philadelphia-based book. It's called Cocaine True, Cocaine Blue. It's by Eugene Richards. Phenomenal book, but I don't know how that man got access to any of that. It just doesn't make any sense. Even if he told the story, it doesn't make any sense. I think he was doing a project on drug culture in America, and he actually explained the story about how he got a lot of access into all the places he went to. Some crackhead lady tried to rob him, and he was like, I don't have any money, but I'll give you $5 if you take me to wherever or some shit like that. And she just took him there. And I guess he just started meeting people from there. But I'm like, still, that's crazy, you know?
Yeah, I can definitely see.
My dude, can I get a picture of you with the little hat on?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. You don't have to try hard. Oh my God.
I'm here, baby.
3, 2, 1. Thank you, bro. That's so sick. Yo, that's so sick. Yeah. Hop in this shit, goddamn.
What?
Hop in this joint.
I want to get in the picture.
Get in the picture.
Casey, hurry up. Casey, hurry up. Yo, picture.
Y'all trying too damn hard.
back.
It's really wide. It's really wide. I'm not corny.
Can you send it to us?
Yeah.
No, can you take one like farther back?
You want to see how far I am?
0.5. It's 0.5.
It's literally 0.5.
Wait, what do you take pictures for?
For you now.
Oh.
Y'all not gonna scream? Y'all just gonna act crazy? Thanks, girls. I love good, fun crowds, man. I don't know if I have the mental capacity to take on more drunk people. And it hasn't even been that bad yet. Oh well. Y'all corny as shit.
Yeah, brother.
That's so funny.
Yeah, check eagle. Check, yeah. Yeah, you're mic'd up. Mic'd up. Vlog. Welcome to the vlog. St. Patty's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is a big environment. taking too many pictures
Your
today.
Instagram.
Get on there, I'll type it in.
Okay.
I have a name that's not corny, so it's hard to find it. There we go.
Thank you.
You got it.
Let me take a picture. Perfect.
Oh!
Where'd you get that?
They stole that shit. This is crazy. Oh shit. Massive sieve type shit. I'm gonna switch to this one. You ready? 3, 2. There we go. Y'all got it. Yes, they were in there.
Take a picture.
Yeah. Oh, I ran out of film on this one.
Just turn around.
Another fucking rewind session, dog.
It's gonna be a late night in the darkroom, huh? How long you been doing the darkroom shit?
Probably since 2022-ish, 2021 maybe. I think that's when I started. Yeah, it's been a wild trip because you know you start off super ass and then you get obsessed and it just becomes, you start to hate all of your prints that you made before. I don't know, it's a weird process.
You think being in the darkroom has affected the way you take photos?
100%, man. It actually changed the way I look at anything I've made already and thought was an accident. I kind of just start to look at it like, what would this look like in 16 by 20? That way, I actually let things have a purpose. It definitely changed the way I see. Because now I'm thinking things in the form of printing and how good would it look solo printed versus a body of work, if that makes any sense. Because the best photos live on to be kind of like both. You know, it's like one piece of a body of work, but I'm always thinking like, how can I fill this frame if I was to print it, you know? I wouldn't say the darkroom is like the final place for a photograph, but it's a good way to help you know what the hell you're doing, you know? Because that shit gets really intimidating when you feel lost in photography. They really be hitting that shit. I'm going over. Oh, yeah. Another fucking roll.
Another roll.
Another roll, Paulie. I'm down to break away from this genre for a little. Yeah. I'm gonna switch hats and put this back on later. Damn, who was I talking to the other day? I was talking to my friend Dan. He was like, I'm starting to really not like Winogrand. And I was like, I understand that 1,000,000%. A lot of the people who say Winogrand is in their top 5 is because they go outside a lot and shoot aimlessly and hope for things to kind of correlate after. And I feel like that's just a way with a lot of street photographers in general. It's like, you're never really going outside with an exact point of departure. You're kind of going out hoping that your intuition does you right. You know, and I feel like just being able to do that is just a great practicing strategy for when something serious that you want to do comes into play. So it's like you can know to rely on your intuition because you've been doing it for so long. I think Winogrand is great because nobody else was doing exactly what the fuck he was doing. And even if they were, he's a completely different person. Different experiences. Even if you just walk down 5th Ave every fucking day.
What's the best cheesesteak? Is that a question that people ask? Or is
that is a question people ask, and I'm gonna say this till the day I die. The best cheesesteak is at the Poppy store. The best cheesesteak is at the Poppy store. You don't need to go to a fancy restaurant to get the best cheesesteak. Because it's not good. It's the same thing.
Same shit.
But just whatever. They try too damn hard.
What are some other questions that you're trying to answer for yourself when it comes to your photos?
I think it's a pretty universal question. Like, what does it all really mean, you know? That's the big one. But I try to do, I wanna focus more on community-based work. I do make work in my neighborhood and around other neighborhoods that I tend to go to with my family and stuff. That way it doesn't feel strange or out of place. I guess I'm just trying to find ways to make it mean more than a surface level meaning. Like I really love like Mary Ellen Mark's work because she always kept in contact with her subjects most of the time, you know, especially when it came to certain projects. She kind of needed those connections.
What are your triggers?
What do you mean?
Like,
like
people kissing or
what
kids
makes
playing?
me?
Yeah. What's something that kind of draws your attention?
Yeah.
Let's take a photo.
I would say there's a couple of things. Usually when a formation is happening in the camera, or like not in the camera, in real life, when a formation is happening, you can almost see the composition before you take the picture. There's usually people kissing, someone smoking a cigarette and their cigarettes are connecting, you know. It's always just something that just seems, even though it might be ordinary, it's not ordinary that day, you know, and you just kind of take advantage of that.
I feel that way about.
But I'm not gonna take a picture of everybody kissing, you know. Kids playing, that's definitely one of them. That does not happen anymore, especially when they're just having a great time and they don't care that anybody else is around. They're just being kids. I find that like the most wholesome thing, because it's like a youth we can't get back, and it's hard to even find that in other youth these days. Wait, what the fuck?
Goddamn trash.
Ugh. Should have stepped over it. You had it. Step over it. Come on, you can't look at this and not want to step over it. That's a good outfit right there, my boy. You got it. Jump it!
Don't touch it. Why we walk over it, take a trip to the city, right? Good luck getting your money. You won't get your money. If you trip over that, good luck. You won't get paid on it.
Damn, is the light on right now? Yo.
Oh, sorry. That was hard.
I deactivated my shit like 2 years ago because I just was so sick of the internet. I just wanted to be like I just wanted to live my life, and whoever wanted to see me in real life, I would just see them, and that was it. I didn't have to make anything fake of myself or anything. And I found it very rejuvenating to be able to have that open space, but I don't know, it kind of felt a little lonely sometimes, and that's not fun. But then that just shows you how your life is, and you need to change things. You know, make yourself not feel lonely or bored, because now this is real time. You don't have that time to fill up with being on a phone or Instagram.
What's your relationship with it now? Because it's obviously not deactivated. It's active, pretty active.
I kind of given up the fact that it's going to be a problem for me now. You know, I'm just like, Instagram is what it is. It's going to be what it is. I'm not going to try to fight what it is when it could help me. So how do I make this platform help me? And how do I treat it more as a business than it being personal? Because at that point, it is business at this point now. It's like everybody's looking at your stuff. You have a platform for people to look at your stuff. Try not to put too much emotion into it, but still keep it you. But it's like, it's still a fight. It's like, I have a fight with the content I put out, for lack of better terms. Because I'm like, I want to put out the stuff I love because it's good. It feels good to me. But I can't put all this stuff out because then I'm not making any room for shock factor when it's time to release a publication or anything. Not like shocking work, but it's like, you know, you turn the page and you're like, damn, look at this sequence, you know? Instead of on a phone, you're like, oh, slide, slide, slide. It's like, how do you, I can't get the right word, but like, how do you gatekeep this and still be able to put out stuff you're proud of. It's almost like not a thing. You really can't do it. So you kind of just got to bite the bullet and just do more, I guess. Do more so that you have more to choose from.
Finish the sentence. I take photos because.
I take photos because memories are important. You know, at any given time, your brain could just not function, which is crazy to say out loud, but I just think documentation is very important, especially for the future generation. And I think it's just good to have a visual dialogue or a visual diary of what you've experienced in life. So I take photos because I like to remember. Things tend to escalate very much so once you start taking hold of the craft, because I could have been stuck in a disposable stage, you know? But I think just being able to actually do what you want within a frame or get the focus you want within a frame kind of egged me on to learn more. And then I just became a sponge. Started with coffee, ending with coffee. I love that.
Yo, that's gonna do it for this episode of Walkie Talkie. Nazir, thanks for hanging out with me today,
Thank
bro.
you, Paulie.
Let the people know where they can show you some love.
You can find me on Instagram, NW_LHP. It's the abbreviations for Philly backwards, if anybody know. Yeah, I don't have a website right now. That shit been under construction indefinitely. It's unfortunate, but yeah, you can just hit me up on Instagram, ask me questions, talk to me. Yeah. Thank you, dog.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Bro, appreciate you, dog.
Now when they see us in the streets, all they want to do is take pics, and I'm like, okay.